Hey guys, this is X-Brace here. Today we're doing a video on this HP laptop. It is a Intel i7 laptop that is a business laptop, but it also can play some games too. Um, it doesn't have a lot of issues with certain games, uh, but for sake, it has an Intel HD 44,000. But it can play some pretty decent games because the i7 that's powering it. It will play a lot of older games, some newer games. Don't expect live service games to be supported on this laptop, except maybe like Fortnite, Valorant, anything that is not too graphical. Um, and of course, a lot of older ones. Um, I am gonna show off the locking mechanism. It's right there. The locking mechanism is right there. That it has, you can replace anything at any time as long as the laptop is powered off, and, which is amazing that HP is just letting you do that. Um, but there are some things that I like about this laptop. That is, everything's replaceable to the Wi-Fi antenna and shit. Things like the storage. It actually has two storage connectors. One's NVMe. And one's SATA. I don't know what type of SATA. It's not M.2, it's just a regular SATA interface. So you can like connect a 2.5 SSD or a hard drive. I recommend SSD because this laptop is actually pretty powerful for what it is. But there is definitely a lot of improvements that you may have to do, like using a deep-loaded operating system, like I am. I am using Ghost Spectre Windows 10. Not using the latest because the latest has a broken bootable for me. But this is actually based on Windows NT, I believe, which is one of the Windows 10. It's the Windows kernel that has not changed, but it's a long-term instance of Windows 10. I'm unsure about that, not 100% sure, but I think it is. But this laptop came with 8 gigabytes of RAM. It was a TeamTech brand, though. It was not HP branded. So it did not come with the original components. Didn't expect to because this is like a refurbished laptop. Funny thing, the battery actually came completely dead, would not charge, so contacted the seller to see if they can send me a new battery, which they did. They did send me a new one, and now it has a working battery. But there are a lot of things I like about this laptop. The fact that it's an i7 and me and my mom only paid $90 for it. It's a great laptop. It originally was gonna come with an i5, an Intel i5, 6300U, but it came with an i7-4600u. So we got lucky there. But what can this thing run in terms of gaming. It will run Minecraft very well. It will. I'm not shitting you. It will run very well. It's really good. And then there is also, so what can this laptop do? In terms of gaming, it can play Minecraft very well. Surprisingly, Fortnite. Fortnite gets around maybe like 20, 30 FPS. Which is basically the Nintendo Switch, if you think about it. Um, and things like a lot of older games. I did try Black Ops 2 on here. Did play very well. Plays The Sims 4 very well. I didn't get the FPS on that one whenever I tried The Sims 4 because I don't really have an overlay for that. But it plays Titanfall 2 surprisingly very well. We will be testing that on camera because I do want to show physical evidence of that personally. Because I don't want to discourage you guys without some testing. And so, what I do suggest you guys doing, is running this program called Riva Statistics Tuner. It monitors your CPU for it doesn't go above certain percentage, which is actually pretty good, honestly. It's like drastically improved games on this laptop, which is a good thing. But as you can see, we're actually loading into Titanfall, but it does take a little bit to get to the main menu, and it may not respawn, but it'll eventually will respawn eventually. But just keep a note of that if you want to play Titanfall 2 on here. Keep a note of that. But yeah, it does take a while to load to the main menu. There we go. It loaded. And I also don't have an FPS counter on this on EA Launcher. I'm going to be working on it in the future for this laptop. Because, by the way, this is not the only laptop I've actually personally done a video. I haven't done a video on this laptop. I have, but I privated it because the video quality was god awful. So I wanted to make a new one. Which it's, and wanted to make a new one personally. And yeah. So it's going to be searching for a match. We're not going to play the full match. We are just going to load into a map and show you guys it actually works. It might kick you out a couple times, but it's decent. It's just searching for the players right now. For say these Apex Legends and Titanfall 2 uses the old Source engine, so maybe that's why it works on lower end hardware. But Apex Legends is a different beast. It's like so modified that it might not run on here, but there is an equivalent to Apex Legends, such as R5 Reloaded, which is modded Season 3 Apex Legends. yet again, you won't be able to do any progress or anything in because it's R5 reloaded. But yeah. The other thing too, I did try North Star for Titanfall 2 on here. Does not work that well. Its audio is all bugged out. Gameplay is almost normal. It's about normal, but um that's the thing about Titanfall 2. It takes forever to get in a match. That's why I don't really play this that much. Honestly. Well, at least for PC. It takes forever. That's why there's North Star, but North Star doesn't work very well on here. I'm just gonna join that person. See where it takes us. Damn. You know what? We'll just go in private match for right now. See where it takes us. So we are gonna do map. We'll do Angel City because that's one of the well-knowns. So let's start loading in. Since we can't really get into a match. I do not know if this is actually gonna take a long ass time because it is a private server. So might kick us out actually because it has issues like that. But I just don't know. Yet again, this is not running on GeForce Now. As you can see, it's in my taskbar. GeForce Now doesn't put things in the taskbar. Just give it a moment. It usually stops like this. And then we load in eventually. As you can see, we're actually jumping to location. You may get some lag and everything. It's mainly because it's like the Wi-Fi card. It's an Intel Wi-Fi card though. But as you can see, it is running. I don't know what FPS it is though. But I'd say this is pretty much playable. But let's exit this game and go test another one. We are going to be testing R5 Reloaded. Next, and then personally, we will only be testing 2 games on this video. More videos will be coming soon on this laptop. It's just, I wanted to remake the video, honestly, because I didn't show real gameplay of, Titanfall 2. That's probably why you guys are disliking it and everything. I don't really care about dislikes, but I knew the video was kind of poor quality itself, which I totally understand. The camera was all jumping around and everything, and it didn't help. But I have R5 Reloaded right here. We will load into it. Loading screen is pretty stable. And what Season 3 Apex, it was a lot more optimized for low-end hardware, unlike it is today. So because there isn't really that many changes to the game engine yet, there is a lot, but they've made game engine changes within Apex Legends, the normal version. But other than that, it's R5 Reloaded is playable. It's like kind of playable. There's no performance display on Season 3 Apex because that didn't come till later in the video, honestly. But yeah. We're just waiting for it to load. The thing about this laptop, it does take forever for a graphical game to load, honestly. And that's usually a bad sign. But, with Apex on here, on R5 Reloaded, it's a lot better. We will go to this server. It will kick us at first, but it will also come back. Once we load back in, it will connect us fully. But if we get lucky, maybe we'll come back. And it's gonna kick us to the lobby because we should already loaded back in. As you can see, we are in, but we have those internet connection things, which is a bad sign of it gonna disconnect us. But we'll load back in no time because it's already loading and everything. So we'll load into the server again and connect. It is a bit of a hassle, and whenever these servers changes maps, you need to restart the game every single time. So it's a hassle.
Attention, the kill leader has been eliminated.
Yeah, see, ping is way too high for that server. So you guys are going to be suffering from high ping if you play these dedicated servers. It says NA. I don't know why it kicked us. Could be the Wi-Fi, honestly, because it's never kicked me before. Okay, maybe we can't do that server. Okay. And it doesn't help that I'm also downloading stuff on my internet. So that could also be the reason why. But as you guys can see, it actually got into the game just fine. It's just we've had issues with ping, and that's totally my fault, honestly. But as you can see, we're loading into the movement gym. But of course we crash. I am gonna end the video here, honestly. It was a quick video, 22 minutes. It's about normal for these type of videos, but yeah, I am gonna end this video here, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.